I'd like to call the meeting of the Commissioners to order, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Yep. We'll start things off. If you have copies of the agendas that were provided, we're going to start off with one of our favorite things to do each year, which is the presentation of the Scholar Athlete Awards by the Northumberland County Commissioners and the Northumberland County Recreation Commission. I understand, Joe, were you going to be handling it as you have in years past? Okay. Joe Klebon can read the names of the scholar athletes often. I think what we've typically, yeah, you can if you want, or we usually go out and get the picture. So we'll let them read the names off here first, and then we can, if people want to comment, we can.
Oh, you want my microphone?
Thank you, Mr. Shuck. It's best.
Actually, you know what? Why don't we, if we want to say, yeah, we usually come down and we can present them, and then if you want, we can say a few words after we've presented.
That's those.
Out the thing. most certainly. And you'll fall behind. To rise, to be sure. With have to go. Athletes. Me as women. Because they were.
Waivers.
I'm not worried about it right now.
Okay. But
Yeah, no, what I did was I took all. Two weeks. Up there in 2 weeks. That's 2 wins. Two. Yes.
Dave. No, that's important.
I always get excited when I see check presentations. Sent that little write-up out to Standard & Poor's this morning, so. Big thing,
Help
a
us
little
all.
bit more detail on it. They do these calls. It's actually kind of humorous at times because they just send a cookie cutter list of questions. And yes, I think the fact that we've already absorbed for said that I mentioned that we were retaining somebody in there, yeah.
So we'll go ahead and get started. Again, I don't know that a lot of the athletes will be coming back in. The next item on the agenda is actually another one of our favorite things to do, a check presentation to the Northumberland County Commissioners from the Northumberland County Anthracite Outdoor Adventure Area. So, Dave, I don't know if you want to say a few words or.
We're very blessed that this project continues. More money back. Blessed that this project.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Been a good year. Thank you.
Dave, I'll get it eventually.
Sam, come on, color that hair.
We want them to increase every year, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, 1, 2, and 3.
In the
Okay.
article, write down that Dave's support, it has fashioned the AOA new outfit for the,
Typically, the colors are green and
You-
tan, I just happen to be wearing
you
black.
can buy those up at the park.
At the park, absolutely. Come see our pro shop.
I'll take that.
There you go. Thank you again.
Thanks,
Don't
Dave.
leave with it, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
A few words.
You know that guy.
Okay. Moving along the agenda, I guess.
Ready?
Yeah, with,
This time we'd ask for citizens' input for agenda items only. Hearing none, a motion is needed to approve and dispense with the reading of the minutes of the Commissioners' public meeting held on Tuesday, June 4th, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
on the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
A motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuels payrolls as submitted by the Human Resource Office for payroll number 12 in the amount of $759,785.53, and payroll number 13 in the amount of $767,391.18.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
A motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuel bills as submitted by the county controller in the amount of $4,708,453.25 from June 1st, 2019, July 5th, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Announcements. A work session will be held on Tuesday, July 16th, 2019, beginning at 10 a.m. in the Commissioners' Conference Room. The next regular public meeting will be held Tuesday, August 6th, 2019, at 1 p.m. in the Public Meeting Room at the Administration Center, 399 Stadium Drive, Sunbury. Correspondence. Examination engagement letter for District Court 08-3-04 on behalf of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Auditor General, summarizing the terms of engagement. A motion needed for the Commissioners to sign the state tax equalization voucher for transfers of real estate for the month of May 2019 as submitted by the Assessment Office.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the employee status sheet list of new hires, individuals no longer employed, promotions, demotions, and transfers as items number 1 through 45.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Motion is needed to approve the following reports as listed on your public meeting agenda.
Motion,
So moved.
Second.
on the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
A motion is needed to ratify the chairman's signature on a memorandum of understanding, MOU, between the Administrative Office of Pennsylvania Courts, AOPC, and Northumberland County for Northumberland County Family Treatment Court to provide grants to enhance operational problem-solving courts.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
This time, we recognize the controller for report on the bid openings for replacement of Northumberland County Bridge Number 100, which were opened on Tuesday, July 2nd, 2019, at 10:30 a.m. in the Public Meeting Room at the Administration Center.
Northumberland County received one bid for the replacement of County Bridge Number 100 from JVI Group Incorporated of York Springs, Pennsylvania, in the amount of $528,908.94.
This time, the motion number 14 will be tabled at the request of the engineer.
Your motion.
To be tabled? Is that what?
Yeah. to be
Yeah, I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion made and second on the question. Yeah, our engineer had notified us today after having seen the bids that came in that he recommended we table this at this point. I think they wanted to go back and look at some of the, the specs and so forth. The amount was just more than what he would have anticipated for the work, so, yes. To be honest, I am not sure on this one.
Yeah.
It may be, yeah. So there's been a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motions need to ratify permission to advertise the following: public hearing, the proposed Children and Youth Services 2019-2020 implementation plan, proposed budget 2020-2021, needs-based plan and budget, to be held on Thursday, August 1st, 2019, from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Northumberland County Children and Youth, 322 North 2nd Street, Sunbury, Pennsylvania. Notice that the Northumberland County assessment roll has been completed and is on file in the county assessment office. The rolls are open for inspection up to and including the last day of August 2019. Any person desiring to appeal from any assessment for 2020 taxes shall file a statement of intention to appeal within the Northumberland County Board of Assessment revision on or before the first day of September 2019.
Motion?
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motions need to ratify the renewal of the 2019-2020 property and casualty insurance as presented by Purdy Insurance Agency Incorporated and submitted by Human Resource Director Joseph Piccarelli.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motions need to authorize the Tax Claims Bureau to conduct a private sale of real estate for property located at 249-251 South Oak Street, Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, tax parcel number 006-01-003-041-A, with all sales contingent upon approval of taxing bodies wherein property is located.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motions need to ratify the signature of the chairman on a letter to M&T Bank, Sunbury, Pennsylvania, for Children Youth Administrator Katrina Gownley to be the responsible person at the agency for opening accounts for minor children at certified banking institutions and acting in their best interest.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motions need to approve the following certificates: the 2019 Scholar Athlete Awards.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motions needed authorizing travel request and attendance at the following workshop seminars as in accordance with the county's personnel manual travel reimbursement policy as listed on your public meeting agenda.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll now move on to the solicitor's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Motion to adopt Resolution R51-19, consent of landowner between the Northumberland County Board of Commissioners on behalf of the Northumberland County Engineer and Clinton M. Wynn Mining, trading as Wynn Number 1 for entrance and use of land located in West Cameron Township and Zerby Township for the purpose of conducting surface mining activities. This is ratification.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R52-19, renewal of annual maintenance service agreement between the Commissioners of Northumberland County on behalf of the Department of Public Safety and Motorola Solutions for maintenance of all 911 systems. Is a ratification.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R53-19, sub-grantee agreement between the County of Northumberland and Milton Borough on behalf of the Department of Community and Economic Development for fiscal year 2017 Community Development Block Grant Funding in an amount of $94,638. This is ratification.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R54-19, sub-grantee agreement between the County of Northumberland and Milton Borough on behalf of the Department of Community and Economic Development for fiscal year 2018 Community Development Block Grant Funding in the amount of $83,791. This is ratification.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R55-19, resolution of support to support the issuance of bonds on behalf of Geisinger Authority for the undertaking of future projects by the authority to finance and refinance Geisinger facilities within the county that serve the people of Northumberland County.
Moved.
Second.
Motion and second on the question. I believe we have some representatives from Geising here today. If you wouldn't mind maybe talking a little bit about this. It's something we do each year. Every other, okay.
Andy Margo. I'm from the Geisinger Treasury Operations Department. Thank you. Let's have. To all new money, like the newspaper led you to believe. There's going to be some refinancing probably, and it may not even be up. In this resolution. $100. $17. For our legal department, I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
I apologize, I just walked in and was stuck in traffic.
Any questions?
Sure, does anybody from the audience have any questions regarding this? Okay. Well, we thank you for
Thank you.
all Geisinger does for our community. We really appreciate it, and we're happy to do what we can.
I believe there was a motion and a second.
Yes, there is a motion and a second on the table. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R56-19, subgrantee agreement between the County of Northumberland and Delaware Township on behalf of the Department of Community and Economic Development for the use of fiscal year 2018 Community Development Block Grant funding in the amount of $73,701.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R57-19, subgrantee agreement between the County of Northumberland and Coltmont Marion Heights Joint Municipal Authority on behalf of the Department of Community and Economic Development for use of fiscal year 2018 Community Development Block Grant funding in the amount of $79,328.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R58-19, subgrantee agreement between the County of Northumberland and Colmont Marion Heights Joint Municipal Authority on behalf of the Department of Community and Economic Development for use of fiscal year 2016 Community Development Block Grant funding in the amount of $60,132.45.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R59-19, service agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Department of Information Technology and Ironton for dial tone services for the county and the prison's telephone systems.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded on the question.
This doesn't go with what was pulled, does it? This is separate? Okay. Just checking. Thank you.
Anything further on the question? All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R60-19, service agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Department of Information Technology and Integra One for the county and the prison's network equipment.
So moved.
Second.
Question?
Same question. Was,
Separate.
okay, thank
Anything further on the question? All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R61-19, Commissioners' budget amendments as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded on the question. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
One abstention. Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution 62-19, agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Human, Senior, and Social Services and the named service providers as listed, numbers 1 through 41. The above agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports are not with county employees, nor does their organizational contract list county employees as principals in their corporation or on their board of directors.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Is there any old business to come before the board? Any new business? Sorry, no? Okay.
My only thing is we discuss this every week or every month at the prison board meeting before the meeting occurs when we have our group, and this has been talked about. There's a ripple effect with this, not only with the people that work at the prison, but they also have to realize that, and I'm not sure on this, but They also receive at the prison a pension and medical benefits that are probably worth anywhere from 15 to 20,000 for the medical, and the pension, I'm not sure what the cost of that is. So added on to the, I'm not sure Aldi's is paying a pension. I'm not sure Aldi's is paying a medical benefits. So those are things that I've been looking into, and again, it's a ripple effect. Because 911 is an important office too. Do we need to look at raising a lot of salaries if we do that? Can we afford that in the county as far as the taxpayers? That's where I am right now investigating.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, first of all, is it fair to you? County, your county.
Again, we discuss that every month, and we're still discussing that, but I would like to, I have talked to many of the local and state prisons from other counties, and their turnover rate is also high. It's not the salary, it's the job itself, and maybe the people who go there don't feel that it's for them in the beginning. But I understand your questions. Those are things we discuss all the time. Again, we have to weigh that on how does it affect all the other departments, and how does it affect what the people in our county can afford to pay as far as if we have to raise the taxes.
I just have a brief comment. And I think it was you that I commented to that we were going to move the number up. So we did agree that we were going to hire more people to see if that helped with retention at all. Unfortunately, it has not. The numbers, like today, we approved, I think there was 10 out, 10 leaving, and 12 coming in. And it seems to be about that every month. For me, I did talk to the warden last week, last week we had an interview up there we had to do, and he said that he was losing some people to Schuylkill County, and they're $15 an hour. So for me, what I'm going to want to take a look at is now, as the overtime is creeping back up, we're going to have to get together with the controller and the budget director and say, okay, we raised the staff numbers. We're still having the retention problem. We're going to have to now actually run numbers to see what we can do. So for me, that's the next step, is to actually look at the numbers. There is some validity in what Commissioner Chickatano is saying, that when it's not as simple as, even if you have the numbers, raising a certain population of our employees, because we have 9 unions, bargaining units. We have to be very careful when we go in and do that. But we are talking about it, and for me, I think it's time to run the numbers. I agree with you. I agree with you.
If I'm a single mother or a single parent,
They just were hired on recently, correct? They came within the last, which was in the fall.
double shifts, 6 months, that kid worked 7 to 3.
Well, and that was at the beginning too, before they got fully staffed up as well. And I think, but yeah.
There is still a lot of overtime up there. But what I'm saying to you guys,
Well,
And
I think
again-
that's the I think that's for the people who work there to decide that, and
Yeah.
we decide well, in terms of like what we need to do to retain people. Now, obviously, some people, including your sons, have decided to stay there knowing that the wage is what it is. I think that both the commissioners are correct. We need to take a look at the numbers now that we are fully staffed up, look at what we need to do to be competitive. I think that this, I will tell you that historically, back when we had our own prison before the fire, there is more turnover in that area than other places. It's not all attributed to what the wage is. A lot of it is people get into it and they find out very quickly this is not for them. And regardless of whether or not the wage is what it is here or in the neighboring county, we also, like a lot of our neighboring counties, because we have state and federal facilities that are very close to us, that's always going to be an issue. People are always going to come into the county systems as sort of a training ground and then look to go out. But to expect counties to be competitive necessarily with federal wages and state there aren't, I don't think many of the counties around us that we've talked to are attempting to do that. They realize there's going to be some attrition due to that. But it is something that, again, now that we're fully staffed up, I think there is being discussed each month as to what needs to, what that wage should be to be competitive enough that we are able to control turnover that is attributed to that. So
The other issue is we just agreed upon the contract in November with the union up at the prison. So I'm sure there are employees up there, the union people voted on it. That's something that they should have brought up and they shouldn't bring up now to the union. Again, I've negotiated contracts. If they're a union and there are people approved the contract in November, they should have brought all this up at that time. So
Just, can I need to comment to that. No, well, no, not exactly. But the comment, when they negotiated that contract, they weren't assuming the mandation and the things like that. Okay, so that's something to take into consideration. And two, I don't expect Northumberland County to be competitive with the state or federal system. I expect us to be more competitive with other counties. Okay, and yes, Northumberland County has always had turnover, but that's always because we've been the least pay and we do not hire the best people. I believe that if you increase it slightly, okay, and I have to run the numbers, it has to make sense, but if you increase it slightly to something like $15 an hour, which we might see even the state, put upon us anyway, you're going to attract people that would make a career here, or at least won't leave us for Schuylkill or Snyder or Montour or Columbia, because we're paying the same. So those are just some of my comments.
anything further on that issue? Okay. Thank you. Anything further in new business? I guess we're kind of into public input at this point, I guess. Is there any other public input? Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn. Thank you.